Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Middleborough High School Baseball. Game number 15, where the 5-9 Rockland visitors come in to challenge the 11-3 Middleborough High School Sachems. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again. My name is Edward Dunn. You've heard the last name before because my son, Eric Dunn, is the normal play-by-play commentator here. Today, it's a special day because he is the special honoree for Senior Day. A special appreciation coming from the team on behalf of Mr. Perry and Coach Lawrence. We're bringing both teams to home plate right now to have a special set of words by Mr. Perry to the fans here in Middleborough, honoring Eric for all of the years he spent serving Middleborough High School sports and especially Middleborough High School baseball. This season, he had the opportunity to be a commentator for the home games. He has done a fantastic job. I'm not just saying that as a dad, I'm saying that as a commentator. Now here is Coach Perry at home plate. Coach Perry has said a few words in response to Eric being a productive member of the high school team. We can't hear the audio, but he has thanked him for his years of service, presented him with a Middleborough High School baseball hat, as well as a student appreciation plaque for his work with Middleborough High School. And now he's going out to the mound to throw the ceremonial first pitch for today's game. A moment he's been wanting to do all his life here in Middleborough High School, stand on the field and throw a pitch. Today, it's a ceremonial first pitch, and it's right in there. Great job, Eric. Everyone here at Middleborough High School is proud of the effort you've put in, and we are grateful that you have been a part of the high school experience for Middleborough Sachems baseball for quite some time. He's also being presented with an autographed ball by the entire team for him to take home as a souvenir for his time working with Middleborough High School baseball. We've got the starting lineups and the opening pitch of today's game coming up in just a moment. We'll give Eric a chance to get back here in the box, take a couple of pictures, get some high fives from his teammates and the visiting team as well. Sign of sportsmanship and respect all the way around. We appreciate that very much. Stay by. We'll be right back with our opening sequence. Top of the first inning. About to get started. Lineup cards being exchanged by the coaches. We'll give you the starting lineup right now for Rockland. Up to bat first, Chris McHugh, followed by Sam Gray, followed by number 12, Mike Peck, followed by number 9, Gavin White, number 17, John Caron, number 22, Aiden Glennon, number 20, Jake Hughes, number 16, Joe Taft, number 23, John Barr, and number 30, Chris Penny. Starting defense for Middleborough High School in center field shall be number 20, Evan Gouache. At second base, number 7, Colin O'Brien. In left field, number 8, Jason Bean. The designated hitter today, number 11, Harrison LaPierre. The shortstop, number 5, Sean McCarthy. Behind the plate, number 15, Brandon Hogan. At first base, number 25, Matt Doyle. The right fielder, number 10, Dylan Brady. Third base, number 31, Noah Yangst. And making his first start on game number 15 on the mound for Middleborough, number 22, Nick Sclafani. I think we got Eric back behind the box now. Congratulations on throwing out the first pitch. It was exciting to see you out there, not only as a parent, but as a commentator and a fan. Who am I kidding? It's Middleborough baseball. We're going to have fun.
Amen on that. Let's go. Thank you all for joining us here on a very hazy and a very warm on Thursday afternoon here at Pierce Playground. I got a very great reception from the Middleborough fans and from my family on the sidelines. I want to thank Mr. Perry for the privilege of doing this. I want to thank him for the certificate. Thank him for his love. I want to thank the team for their support. Thank him for their friendship. Coach Lawrence, I've had this guy as my gym coach first grade. I've known him for about long as 16 years. Actually, now 16 years. I've known him for about almost 10 years. He is an incredible human being, an incredible coach, 2-time Coach of the Year. And we are so honored to have you all join us here today as Nick Sofani is ready to start this off with the State Chums. Game 15 on the season. And the State Chums come into today 11-4 against the 5-9 Rockland Bulldogs.
First pitch from the Sclafani is down for a ball.
Nick is done. Nick has started off strong, the 1-0, and that's outside. Fastball in the dirt. Count is now a ball on the strike. Very honored to have my dad joining me here on the field side to help me out on this very surprising day. I did not ask for this day. I wasn't even expecting it. I was very happy about it. The 1-1, and that's a swing, and it's foul going out of play over the Rockland bench. Count now goes to 1-2. 2-1. And that's outside. That's outside now. 3-1. Nick has come into today's game with 2 saves, 13 strikeouts, and after giving up 5 runs in the 6th against EB, that led to a 9-6 East Bridgewater Vikings win. Nick's ERA is 2.93, and that's a curveball in there for a full count.
Nick's found a way to come back after this batter. We'll see what he does with his final pitch, possibly, of the at-bat to Chris McHugh.
The 3-2 pitch. And that is a ground ball over towards McCarthy. And McCarthy bobbles it and cannot field it, as that is a base hit. And that is an error by Sean McCarthy. That will not be a fielder's choice. That is an error, the folks. And now,
coming up to bat, number 4, Sam Gray.
And Gray showing bunts, and that's going to go Nick trying to chase it down to Doyle, and the call is out. As Sofani had the show hustle off the mound on to try to get there, as Nick does, and that is 1 down here to kick off the first inning. The State Chums coming into today's game after clinching their 22nd consecutive playoff spot on Monday with a 9-3 win at home over Falmouth is basically looking to keep that going with the postseason only 2 weeks short.
Now at the plate, number 12, Mike McPeck. Looking at a runner on first and 1 out.
Runner on second, inside. So, and that's inside 1-0. Nick tried to pull the trigger, and that did not work. As Gray grounded out to the mound, and the first guy up was who?
McHugh reached the second on a fielder's choice.
So we have McHugh on second. Gray grounded out. So we got McHugh on second, 1 out, 2-1. And that's a chopper foul. The count now goes to 2-2. Peck trying to get Rockland on the board early. So finally waits patiently. 2-2. And that's a breaking ball outside for a full count. McHugh did not go as he was held up. As Peck waits. 3-2. And outside. Oh, strike 3 call at the outside edge of the plate. And McHugh is not happy, but that's Nick's first. That's Nick's 14th of the season, first of the afternoon. And we got 2 down in the top of the first. Sofani there with a great pitch on the outside. That looked like to be a ball, but he couldn't hold a swing, so McPeck is down on strikes. First pitch coming. And that's a ground ball, hard line drive left side foul.
Now batting is number 9, Gavin White.
And that's a pop fly heading towards shortstop. McCarthy is there. Beanie is there. And that is out number 3. The side is now retired. 1 man is left on as we played a half inning here in Middleborough. Your score, Sachems nothing, Bulldogs nothing. Sachems coming up next to bat on the MET, Middleborough Sachems Baseball Television Network. Bottom of the first in 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pierce Playground here, Middleborough. Eric Dunn here in the booth behind home plate. I'm here side along with my dad, Ed Dunn, here for the very first time. The father-son duo commentating today. Thank you for joining us on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. Very hot. Temperatures about 91 degrees. Winds coming out at 10 to 20 miles an hour out of the west. So we are ready for baseball as Sofani makes easy work and quickly gets out of trouble. Here is your Middleborough. Here's your 11-3 Middleborough Sachems starting lineup. It's brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Evan Gavush at center. Colin O'Brien at second. Jason Bean at left. Harrison LaPierre at DH. Sean McCarthy at shortstop. Brandon Hogan doing the catching for Sofani. Matt Doyle at first. Dylan Brady at right. Noah Ewan Yanks at third. And the catcher is Nick Sofani, and he is the pitcher. And here's my dad to see how the Rockland Stevens is sprout, and it's brought to you by the Monster Deal at Jordan's Furniture. The Monster Deal ends Sunday, 60% off interest and financing. Hurry in to deal ends Sunday. Visit Jordans.com for more information.
Our pitcher today is Mike McPeck on the mound for Rockland, excuse me. Too many R's in this league.
And Rockland's starting pitcher, brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. And now leading off is last year's MIAA batting average leader with .531, and Evan Gavush, who has had a great season in his second year. And that's a strike on the outside corner, strike 1.
Right away, a difference with Sclafani throwing 3 balls to start the game. Rockland's pitcher's experienced. He comes right at him with a strike.
Gavush's last, and that swing and a miss for Gavush down inside strike 2. So already going right away. Gavush's last 10 games has been terrific. He's been batting .423. That combined 8 singles, 5 doubles, and even a triple and 6 RBIs for Gavush, and that's a fastball outside for ball 1.
McPeck tried to go right at him on the first pitch, but it got a little bit away from him.
The 1-2. Swinging, that's a shot in the right, and that's going in there for a base hit. That's a fair ball. Gavush is on the first runner on the board for the Sachems this season. The Sachems strike first, and they get on base quick. And next up is batting second. It's the second baseman, number 7, Colin O'Brien. Colin has had a pretty rough 5 games, batting just .204 with 2 RBIs, and he has struck out 6 times. And 2 of those times came courtesy of VB when they exploded on the 6th that led to the 9-6 win as Gavush got almost picked off.
McPeck with a very fast move at first base. Gavush barely beat the tag. Coming back again to him now.
And he is safe. Gavush barely made it there within an inch of his life. That was close. Very close, Dad, if I may say so. As the first pitch has not been thrown yet to Colin, and he shows bunt, and that's going to third. Can Colin beat it out? And he will not. And that is 1 down as Gavush will advance to second. So right away, kind of like the same scenario, Dad, that we saw back in the first with Middleborough's defense with Rockland's hitters. Man on second here, but this time can Middleborough get on the board and not go 1-2-3. First pitch to Bean, and that's outside corner for a strike.
For those of you watching at home with the same camera angle that we don't have, coming from left center field, the umpire puts the amount of balls on the count on the left hand and strikes on the right. So when you see him hold up 3 fingers in one, it's really 3 and 1, not 1 and 3.
Ground ball the second. Beanie is out. That's out number 2. Gavush will advance to third. So the first run of the ball game is now 90 feet away, and batting fourth is the young man who caught my first pitch, Harrison LaPierre, number 11. He is the DH. He wasn't supposed to be the DH. Last week it was Beanie, but in regards to how the outfield needed to make a stand in regards to not keeping the runs out, Coastal Orange decided to make the switch. First pitch to him, and that's outside corner, ball 1.
McPeck started off with a great beginning. Right now he seems a little rattled with the runner on third.
I agree. 1-0 to LaPierre. Swinging, that's a shot in the right center, and that's going to go. Gavush will score. That's going to carry almost to the fence. LaPierre's at second. He's going to go for a triple. They can't get in time, and he is safe. Harrison LaPierre, that is his 11th RBI of the season. That's an RBI triple for Harrison LaPierre. Sachem strike first. 1-0 Middleborough right away. Wow. Dad, let me tell you, that ball was smacked hard like a bullet out of a gun. You don't really see that these days, do you?
That was a fantastic hit by LaPierre, putting him all the way to third base easily with a triple.
Very easily. And now Sean's trying to get into it. McCarthy trying to beat out the throw. And he is safe as LaPierre will score on a fielder's choice. 2-0 Sachems. Bang, bang, right away. So for McCarthy, that is a fielder's choice, so he'll reach base. That's an RBI. Batting 6 is now Brandon Hogan, who had a 3-strikeout game last week against the EB Vikings. Hogan trying to turn around this week. Throw to first, and McCarthy gets there safe. Pretty impressive, Dad, in regards to talent level, in regards to commitment that these guys are showing.
Absolutely. They're putting a charge on the ball, and they're putting a charge on the base path.
And that's going to go here. McCarthy's going to go. Fire! He is out! McCarthy is thrown out at second, so Rockland gets a big help there. So 1 man is left on. McCarthy got thrown out at second. We played 1 in Middleborough. Your score, Sachems 2, Rockland nothing on the MET, Middleborough Sachems Baseball Television Network. And for the 22nd consecutive season in a row, the home of the MIAA playoffs. Welcome back to Pierce Playground. Sachems already striking first on a very rapid attack. And now let's see how the Middleborough's defense is spread out. They are 6th in the MIAA South Shore division with an error percentage of .946. And let's see how their defense is spread out. And their defense is brought to you by your New England Kia dealers. Doyle at first. O'Brien at second. Yanks to third. McCarthy the shortstop, going from left to right. Across your television. Beanie in left, Gavush in center, and Brady in right, and Harrison Lamp and Brandon Hogan doing the catching for Nick Sofani, and their defense was brought to you by your New England Kia dealers. Visit your nearest New England Kia dealer for great deals, including on the new 2018 Kia Colorado. Visit your nearest Kia dealer for more details. And I did that in honor of my dad because he drives a 2012 Kia Hybrid Altima, and I'm very happy that you're here. So that was in honor of you, by the way.
Well, I'm glad you get to pick the commercials in between innings, Eric. Leading
Power!
leading off the top of the second, number 17, John Caron from Rockland.
That I want to point out that Sofani, he's had a very struggling season. You know, he's had 2 saves. His ERA last week got up to almost 6. And that's because of a 6-run outburst by EB last week.
First pitch is low for ball 1.
Sofani trying to keep the groove back in Satan's favor. And that's a pop fly.
Heading out towards the center fielder. Makes the catch for 1 away.
Evan Gavroche puts that away. Good catch there for Gavroche. Great job there. Sofani pulled a good pitch down the hole. Try to jam it in. But again, you know, trying to squeeze it in.
Now batting number 22, Aiden Glennon for Rockland. Pitch comes in high for ball 1.
Sachems have been known to be very quick attackers. 1-0.
That's a pop fly over to the right field side of things. Right fielder steps in, makes the catch.
And that is Dylan Brady making his first start in right on the season. Dylan Brady, who has had a very inspirational senior year. So already we got 2 away.
Third batter of the inning is number 20, Jake Hughes.
Rockland starting the season off at 5-9, started on a 4-game losing streak, won the first 2, then lost the next 3.
First pitch is in for a called strike.
Rockland has been strong, but again, their pitching has faltered to them as they stand now 5-9, 4th in the division. And this is an MIA Central Division matchup as well.
Straight in there again for strike 2. 0-2 right now on Hughes. Nobody on base. He needs to try to force something here to get a rally started for Rockland.
Can Nick find it down deep? 0-2.
That's a pop-up. Second base is calling for
Colin
it
O'Brien is there.
and makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for Rockland at the end of 1.5. It's 1-1.
The Sachems, once again, their defense has been holding up strong. 1.5 is played. Your score, Sachems 2, Bulldogs nothing on the MET, Middleborough Sachems Baseball Television Network. Your home for the Middleborough Sachems playoff run, the MIAA playoffs. Welcome back to Pierce Playground. So for those of you that are just joining us, the Sachems lead 2-0 over the Rockland Bulldogs. Sean McCarty was thrown out at second on a steal attempt, and that's the Sachems' 7th missed stolen steal attempt of the season. They've had 23 stolen bases, and they lead the MIAA. And as we begin the bottom of the second, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the MET, Middleborough Sachems Baseball Television Network. Thank you everybody for joining us on a Thursday afternoon. Very warm and very hot today as the Sachems are looking to keep it going. As Brandon Hogan is batting again because Sean McCarty got thrown out at second, so the bat didn't really count. So that is a foul ball out of play. 1 pitch to Hogan, and that's a chopper going towards the mound. Fires the first, and that's out number 1. So Hogan's hitless streak now continues. 11 at-bats, and nothing's been working for him. Hogan led off the charge with a double against EB last week, but again, the hits are still a huge disparity. And we got 1 out now. Matt Doyle is next at first. Matt Doyle, the Sachems' powerhouse hitter, first baseman. That's a strike on the outside corner. Sachems have continued to prove why they are the 3-time state champions and why they are the MIAA state title contenders every year. They keep getting better, and that's a curveball outside that's an outside ball on a strike. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Gone with a breaking ball outside. 1-2.
Doyle really wanted to put a charge into that one. Hopefully he can keep the head of the bat over the plate this time for the next delivery if it comes in for him.
There you are, Dad. 1-2 pitch to Doyle, and that is a pop fly going out of play. Second field trying to get there. 3 guys trying to get there, and that will not happen.
The left fielder, Chris Penny, failed to really chase that ball down. I think he thought it was going to go further away from the field of play than it was. He was the closest one to it, but the shortstop actually was one that got there almost in time to make a play.
Count still now 1-2 with 1 out. 1-2. And that is a ball low at the kneecaps. Fastball inside, low. Counts now goes down to 2-2. Doyle trying to get the lead and start the charge off again. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Cutter outside. And then I believe that is the first strikeout for the
Mike McPeck.
That's the first strikeout of the afternoon for McPeck, and now we got 2 away. Next up now is Dylan Brady, who is making his 3rd career at bat as a Sachem varsity starter, and that is a ball. That's ball outside in the dirt. 1-0. Sachems again. They're up 2-0, trying to get an insurance policy on this one. And it's a strike call inside, ball on a strike down the middle. Dylan didn't swing at that one. I thought I was going to. I've seen Dylan back at the EB facility. He's got some power. I've seen him. We're going to see if he uses some of that now. One from McPeck, and that's a fly ball going towards center. That's going back, and he's able to make the grab, and the side is now retired. Go ahead.
John Barr makes the catch out in center field to retire the side. We play 2. It's 2-0 Middleborough over Rockland.
You're watching the MET, Middleborough Sachems Baseball Television Network. Be back for more right after these words from your MET station. You're watching Sachem Baseball on MET. Welcome back, everybody, to Middleborough, Massachusetts for Game 15 on the season for the Sachems. They lead 2-0 over the Rockland Bulldogs as we get in the top of the 3rd. Nick Solfani making easy work. And now, here is your away top of the inning play-by-play commentator, my father, Ed Dunn.
Thank you, Eric. Stepping into the batter's box first is Joe Taft, number 16 for Rockland.
First pitch on the way. Strike down the middle.
Second pitch from Sclafani is in for a ball. We are at 1-1.
The game has gone by very quick. 1-1.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
That was a good rainbow there. Slider trying to squeeze it in. 1-2 now already. Thank God
Taft
for the
chased the one out of the strike zone, fouled it away to maintain the count at 1-2.
There's so many times that the balls come at the cage, and I'm happy that we have it, because if not, I would have been in the hospital. Yeah, not pretty. And high.
This time he resists the pitch. Makes it 2-2.
Safani can't keep doing this. He has to make him work outside. Make him earn this. 2-2 for Safani.
Behind the batter.
Ooh.
Did not make contact, so he stays in the at-bat. We have a full count. It is 3 balls and 2 strikes on his half.
That was way too inside. Almost hit him. Almost at the head, but went behind the uniform.
Payoff pitch.
And that's a fly ball going out of play. Yanks and Bean is there, and he puts that one away for 1 down in the top of the 3rd. I thought the ball was going out of play, but apparently the wind probably pushed it out. So I'm happy that I didn't mess up that call.
Next batter up is John Bauer, the center fielder. He flies out to Brady to make it 2 down here in the 3rd.
Sagem's continuing their defense, continuing to be strong up high. As you just heard Coach Bax say, 2 outs.
Chris Mahue steps up to the plate.
Nick looking to make some momentum. Falls outside. 1-0. Yeah, he did. He flied out to Brady. And that's inside for strike, ball and a strike. What do you mean? And he can't get the call.
Pitch is inside. Right now we have Chris McHugh up to bat. I have Chris Penny scheduled to hit, but apparently the batting order may have been changed at the last minute.
Apparently we may have a substitution.
We got another pop-up. This one's going out toward Gavush. He's right there. He's underneath it, calls for it, and makes the catch.
A very deep one. As it's now 3-3 down. Gavush had to travel back, but we played 2.5 here in Middleborough, Mass. Thank you all for joining us here on MET. Your score, your 3-time state champion Middleborough St. John's 2, and the 5-9 Rockland Bulldogs nothing on the MET Middleborough St. John's Baseball Television Network, home of the MIAA playoffs. And now, welcome back to Middleborough, Massachusetts for the bottom of the 3rd. The St. John's lead the Rockland Bulldogs 2-0. As going down the line, Noah Yanks, Evan Gavush, and Colin O'Brien. So 9-1-2 for the lineup for the St. John's. The member of St. John's would like us to remind you, under this broadcast is copyrighted by MET for viewing purposes only for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast, such as pictures, descriptions, or accounts without MET's consent, is strictly prohibited. Son Eric Dunn and father Ed Dunn here to commentate my last game of the regular season. I hope to be back for the playoffs. And now, once again, commentating the Station hitters is my father Ed Dunn.
No Yanks leads off for Middleborough.
That's a strike low.
Swing and a miss. Pitch delivered by McPeck. making Yanks chase.
That's the heat that McPeck has to deliver. He has to deliver that heat on every time.
Caught looking. Yanks goes down on strikes. There's one away.
Strike 3 call on Yanks, so that's his 5th strikeout of the season.
And that brings us to the top of the order, Evan Gavroche.
Evan Gavroche.
Kevin Gavroche. My apologies to the Gavroche family. We'll get that right. Stepping in for his second at bat. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's outside for ball 1.
I'm very surprised that wasn't a strike, because after you show bunt, normally that is called a strike because that's like swinging.
Straight down for strike 1. 1-1 the count. For the little leaguers that are watching today's game, and to help you out, Eric, when a player shows bunt, if they bring the bat back over the shoulder before the ball crosses the plate, the pitch decides if it's a strike. If he leaves it hanging out there, regardless of where the pitch goes, it's considered a strike.
Okay. And like I said, for Gavroche, back at the beginning of the broadcast, Gavroche has had an incredible season, second-year starter.
McPeck deals right down the hole for a strike.
The count, I believe, now goes to 2-2. Yep, 2-2. Thank you to the home plate umpire, who I met before the game. Gavroche needs help. Big help now.
Ground ball up the middle, heading over to the shortstop. Can't make the play. Gray was unable to pull that one in, so we have a runner on first.
Once again, Gavroche leading the charge, getting it going. Gavroche was the one that started off the scoring back in the first, and now Gavroche starting off in the third, even though we have one out after Yanks struck out. McPeck with his second of the afternoon. Now next up is Colin O'Brien. Dad, take it away.
Bryan takes the first pitch foul, way out of play. We may have something happen with the Rockland lineup, but I think we may have an injury of some kind, because right now I do not see the scheduled catcher, Taft. Right now it is Chris McHugh behind the plate. Change from last inning. We'll have to see what the rest of the lineup brings when they bat around again. Play over to first. Glennon not able to hold on to the ball. The runner was back in time nonetheless.
Ball got into the dirt. Gavroche was able to get back safely, but that was a safe call. That was a scary one, as Gavroche is trying to get it going. And again, the throwback call, and he's safe.
They know the runners from Middleborough are aggressive. They've shown that so far. McPeck trying to catch them off guard with a pickoff. Twice now he's gone to first base. This is the third batter he's gone after out of the 4 that have reached base. Runner goes, but the ball is tipped at home plate. So O'Brien has another look coming back, and Gavroche heads back to first.
That is Rockland's 22nd pass ball on the season. They had an MIA record 7 when they took on Duxbury a couple weeks ago. Play again to Gavroche, and that's another safe call. Third time that he was thrown back.
Eric, this is my first game, so let me ask you, does Gavroche have a history of stolen bases?
So far, Gavroche on the season has had 8 stolen bases, and that's going towards the bleachers, and that was a scary shot there by O'Brien, almost hitting the audience behind the Sachem bench. So yes, Gavroche has had 8 on the season. He had 20 last season.
So McPeck's done his homework, and he knows to keep an eye on him and try to keep him respecting the base path. Back to first again for another pickoff. Safe as the call once again by the infield umpire.
I'm telling you, Evan Gavroche will not be denied. He knows that Rockland has him scouted, but he's not giving them anything. You want him out, you're going to have to earn it. Still waiting for another pitch. That's the 5th one, and again he's out. Rockland again is being very impatient and being very impulsive, kind of like how I am on my ADHD, and they're not getting the call.
McPeck finally delivers home. It's out of the strike zone for a ball. The play to second base is
Gavroche
in time.
The throw.
He is out at second base.
Dang. That's the second time Middleborough's gotten picked off. First it was McCarthy to end the first, and now Gavroche now, and that's 2 away. And I think the count's 1-2, 2-1, 3-1. I think.
Maybe you can ask your friend in blue, but I don't think he's going to tell you right now.
Yeah, probably not. Hello, I know.
Swing and a miss.
And
that tells you what the
that's
count
your
is.
inning.
That's strike 3 and a strikeout for Middleborough. 3 up, 3 down. Once again, with a play at second for a stolen base, we have a score of 2-0 at the end of 3 on the Middleborough Entertainment Television, Sachem's Baseball Television Network, home of the MIAA playoffs. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th after this.
Welcome back to Pierce Playground in Middleborough, Mass. Sachem's, again for the second time this afternoon, has gotten picked off. McCarthy and Sean McCarthy and Evan Gavroche both got picked off at second. So now we head to the top of the 4th. Safani working very easily, getting out of there.
Coming up to the plate to start the inning for Rockland is the shortstop, number 4, Sam Gray.
Sam Gray led this off with a ground out.
That's correct. He grounded out.
I think. I don't know.
Ground ball back to the pitcher.
All right, so funny. First pitch to him, and that's a swing and a miss. Good job with the breaking ball inside for strike 1. Good job. And that's a pop fly. Doyle says he has it. Safani's covering first, and that's one away. Doyle quickly makes work out of that.
Coming up to bat now, number 12, the pitcher, Mike McPeck. McPeck is 0 for 1 with a strikeout his first time at bat.
First pitch offering. And that's ball down low in the dirt. And that's foul, out of play.
Now I see why they don't put any cars over there.
Yeah, 1-854 Giant. we don't get any of those anymore, do we? When it hits the roof. And that's a ground ball over towards O'Brien with a nice play, trying to pick it down like Dustin Pedroia, but he gets him in time. He does. Wow. So what did you say?
That was an impressive play. I think the way that O'Brien looked at it was he thought, well, I put it down, at least it didn't get in the outfield, so they got a single, but then realized that McPeck wasn't as fast as he thought he was, hurried to throw over to first, and just got it there in time. 2 away.
I agree, but I think that slide for O'Brien was out of desperation because he had to knock it down. First pitch to him. Swing, and that's going into center. Gavroche, can he get there? He does, and with the side is now retired. Safani gets out of trouble right away. 3 up, 3 down. 3.5 is played. Your score, your Middleborough Sachems 2, the 5-9 Rockland Bulldogs 0. You're watching Sachem Baseball on the MET, Middleborough Sachems Baseball Television Network. Back after this. We are back at Pierce Playground. Satcham's already after 1, 2, 3 inning for Safani. He makes out he's had a very easy 4th inning. Satcham's now leads 2-0, heading into the bottom of the 4th, looking to add some more. Harrison LaPierre, who was my catcher for the first pitch, had a very great ceremony. And the funny thing was that I got a plaque in regards to my day. It says Eric Dunn in bold letters, but then in like the italicized, they spelled it wrong with a C. So that's a little frustrating. But point is, if they get the bold letters right, I could care less. Well, when haven't they got my name right? People these days.
We'll make sure they get it right on your diploma.
Damn right. Because I'm graduating. Hello. And first pitch is outside, ball 1. Beanie trying to get on base. Swinging, that's a shot.
Out into left center field. Penny is taking left field, backing it up with the center fielder. Neither one can get the ball in. It fits right in the gap between Barr and Penny. You couldn't have placed that any better by Bean. He starts the inning off with a double.
Jason again, killing it out there, stepping up strong. That's Jason's 11th double of the season. Jason coming into today had a batting average of .328. His ERA was 1.23.
Defense is going to take a few steps back once again now as LaPierre steps up to bat. Hit a triple last time up.
First pitch to LaPierre. And that's a chopper.
Through the hole into the left fielder. The runner goes to third base. He drops the ball. We've got a play coming into the plate. And they hold the ball up. The runner scores easily from second on the fielding error by Penny. Reaching over at first is LaPierre, who does not take a chance going for second base.
Yep.
And another run crosses the plate. It's now 3-0 Middleborough.
Wow. Because when I saw this, Porter delayed the wave home, but then after he dropped it, Beanie could beat it. I'm surprised because Beanie wasn't even close to home plate when the third baseman had it. He didn't throw it. I don't know why he would take that chance. That was poor communication by the Rockland defense. Poor communication, and their coach has got to be really upset right now, as that's a ball outside of Sean McCarthy, who singled last time up. It reached on a fielder's choice. Careless mistakes. That's how you lose, you know? Careless.
Fly ball way out towards center field. I think they misjudged the placement on this one. It's over the center fielder's head. We've got arms waving on both sides of the field right now. Coming around the third is LaPierre. He's coming to the plate. The ball's coming in fast. Play at the plate.
And he is out at the plate.
He takes him before he touches the plate. LaPierre did not beat the throw home. The center fielder did not get to the spot to field the John Barr, but he made a make-up play for himself. Tired now, sitting down on the field, crouching because he knows he put everything he had into that play.
And ended up losing his hat, too.
The catcher, McHugh, caught that ball. He made a tag of the runner as he was coming in before he dove to hit the plate. Coach Lawrence comes out to question what happened, and I could hear the umpire say he caught the ball and tagged him before he dove for the plate on the way down. Therefore, he is out at home.
That was like a scene you see on the Fast and Furious, two trailers colliding. But nonetheless, McCarthy has his 4th triple of the season, so that is a triple on a fielder's choice. And that swung foul out of play towards the wall as Sean McCarthy reached on a triple on the fielder's choice. LaPierre got thrown out at the plate on a very delayed call, but it was not to be denied as 2 trailers collided right away, and that was like a dead heat clash. So I was very happy to see some of that. See some excitement, you know? And that's a swing off the catcher's pad. So Hogan's down the hole 0-2 now, who struck out the last time up and flied out. Hogan trying to end that hitless streak after 11 at-bats. Hogan's ready, the 2-0-2, and that's another one swung behind, and that's going right towards my mother. What a highlight that would have been. Someone actually went in her mouth finally. Safe flag repair, safe flag replace. For her face. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 call, and that's a swing and a miss. Hogan again extends his hitless streak to 12, so that's 2 away. We love having some fun with our families, don't we, Dad?
Clean fun and safe fun is what we have to remember when we're looking at a baseball
Yeah,
game. We
trust
wanna
me,
make
that was
sure
clean.
Spectators and fans are watching the ball at all times because you never know when a foul ball could come that way. And luckily, it did not fall hard enough in front of the fans to cause an injury.
Come on, Doyle, beat it out, beat it out.
Ground ball over to second.
won't.
White with the play over to first. Takes down Doyle, and that ends the inning.
Already in a very exciting afternoon, Harrison LaPierre on a dead heat trailer crashed at the plate, got thrown out after the center fielder lost his hat, got banged up a little bit, winced a little bit, but made a big comeback. McCarthy reached on a triple on the fielder's choice, so the side is now retired as one man is now left on. We have played 4-fill in Middleborough, Mass. Your score, the 3-time state champion Middleborough State Chums 3, the 5-9 Rockland Blue Dogs nothing. You're watching Middleborough State Chums baseball on the MET, Middleborough State Chums Baseball Television Network. And we are back at Pierce Playground. We are now at the top of the 5th. Man, this game's gone by very quick. And now, once again, Ed Dunn is right by my side. My father will be now doing the batter at plate commentary. So here he is right now to start the top of the 5th. Dad, take it away.
Well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate the introduction once again. Starting the inning now for Rockland. It looks like we have a replacement substitution coming in, perhaps, unless I'm looking at the wrong. Nope, I'm on the wrong lineup. All right, here we go. Going down to second base, we have number 17, John Caron, up to bat. Sclafani still on the mound for Middleborough. He's thrown a lot of pitches, a lot of counts against him, where McPeck hasn't had a lot of pitches because they're making contact early for Middleborough. Borderline pitch, but is a ball to Karen. 1-0 the count.
Ball didn't carry for Nick. Still trying to get some rhythm. Same spot.
Right down the middle for strike one. 1-1 the count.
Same spot inside. This time, got the call he wanted. Many times, Middleborough hasn't gotten the call, but
Sclafani with the 1-1 comes high and inside. Thankfully, it curved, almost hit Karen, but he was able to jump out of the way. That makes the count 2-1.
Pedro Martinez-like style with the way that curveball came in. Kind of like a Derek Jeter 03 remnants. As Nick needs a minute, he called time. Infield umpire saw it. And that is a ground ball over to O'Brien with another sign play. Can he get it this time? He got it this time! Colin O'Brien for the 5th time this season. Dustin Pedroia-like style, and he gets him. So again, I think my dad is now seeing firsthand why the State Chums have been a contender every single year because of plays like that. We got one away.
Well, that's the 3rd batter out of the last 4 where the ball has gone to O'Brien, and he has been right there, Johnny on the spot, making the plays.
He has been mum. He has been a horse. He is mum. He's been a horse today.
You can see on that play, Eric, he got up real fast when he fielded that ball because he now knows he can beat the speed of those runners. It was bang, bang, but if the ball gets there first,
Colin's one of the best. And that is a ground chopper, and that will go past Yanks. McCarthy can't get there. And Rockland has the first runner on of the 5th. So already, one error. So that's the 2nd error this afternoon. It went past Yanks, and McCarthy couldn't grab it.
We're so busy talking about O'Brien that at bat came quickly. That was first baseman Aiden Glennon with the hit to first base, now batting the right fielder, number 20, Jake Hughes.
But the question is this. Since Rockland threw back on Gavush,
first pitch away for ball 1.
Do you think Middleborough's going to try to return the favor?
I think right now with a 3-0 lead,
you know?
Sclafani's mission on his first start is throw the ball home, let your defense do the work. There's a strike call.
as the ball went out of Hogan's glove. So Sachems are looking for a good play right now to help them out. O'Brien has been one of the biggest charges, the biggest defensive force for this program. As Stefani looks over.
Sclafani deals a curveball.
Yeah.
Change up. That arm was really slow coming in out of his hands.
No one
Catches Hughes
expected
off
that.
guard, swing and a miss early. It's 1-2.
That was a beautiful pitch. I've never seen one with like curve down low like that. So I want to point out about Nick Stefani. He doesn't throw a dominating fastball. He doesn't have like that fast arm like a Sean Newcomb, but he's got it. And that's, oh my gosh, at the head.
Hughes was quick to respond to that ball and get down quickly. Thankfully, Hogan was able to make the catch to prevent an advance from first base.
See, it's things like that for why I quit Little League 7 years ago. Like, you know, but I was sensitive back then. And that's a pop fly going towards Al to first base. Doyle was there, and he's able to make the grab for two away. I accidentally stepped on my headset, so I'm like, dang, that hurt my ears. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. We are one away now as the Sachems are still on the verge of trying to get out of the inning.
2 down with number 16. He's got to be the designated hitter because I haven't seen him on the field yet. Joe Taft coming up to the plate.
Okay, let's try it again. My ears just hurt now. And that's a pop fly going over. Beanie, can he get there? He won't get there. That's McCarthy, and he makes the out for out number 3. Side is retired. Dad, finish it off.
Most certainly. 4 up, 3 down. 1 runner left on base. At the end of 4.5, halftime we like to call it in some of the old country. It is 3-0 Middleborough. We'll be back with their turn at bat here on Middleborough, the MET Sachems Baseball Television Network, home of the MIAA playoffs.
Welcome back to Pierce Playground, Dad. Thank you for that. By the way, I needed a break. As we still have the same pitcher, that is McPeck, who's 12. Am I right? All right, so McPeck is still out there trying to get out of his 5th inning. Nick got out of trouble. As the Sachems are going to be finishing up their 4-game homestand against Sharon on Friday. And then I believe they're off. They're on the road again. So the Sachems already are trying to make some amends. And for all you sports fans out there, Celtics are now down the series 1-0 after a 123-104 loss to Cleveland. So already Boston's now down the hole 1-0. And there has been so many critics out there in the sports world that says that Boston will get swept, which I don't see happening, but we'll see. Red Sox turned it around last night with a 5-4 win in 13. So your sports headlines, they are brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Ford, go further. And that is a call strike down the middle for strike 1. Dylan Brady. What did you do that first time out? Would you mind explaining to me?
Dylan Brady is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field.
Right. So he's 0 for 1 already, and that's a shot. What a shot! That's out number 1.
Penny is underneath it. He makes the catch for out number 1.
So already Brady's 0 for 2. That was a drive. It carried, but it couldn't, come in a little. First pitch to Noah Yanks.
Ground ball to center, going over to the shortstop. That is great. He throws over to first. Glennon,
he's out.
Makes the catch. This pole in front of me screened my view of the umpire, but as I see Yanks heading back to the dugout, clearly that was close, but he did keep his foot on the base path and on the bag for 2 down.
That was a little scary, but But he got it. Evan Gavosh, we're back down to the top of the order again, folks. As Evan Gavosh is now back up again. Gavosh got going with a single, then on a, right? He's 2 for 2. What happened? Single, and what was the second one he did?
He is 2 for 2 with 2 singles.
Oh, two singles. All right, because I thought he made one on air by accident. Okay. And that's a strike. Down the hole. I believe we got 2 outs, right? 2 outs.
Ground ball to the second baseman, White. He grabs it, throws it over to first to Glennon. He makes an easy play. 3 up, 3 down for Middleborough.
Evan Gavosh goes 2 for 3. The speed couldn't get there. As 5 is done already, folks, and we are, and it's only 5:15. We're at the 5:15 mark, and we've only played 5 full in Middleborough. Sachems 3. Bulldogs 0. Back for more after this, and after word from your MET station. You're watching Station Baseball on MET, home of the MIAA playoffs and the Middleborough Sachems chase for the MIAA title.
Top of the 6th back here in Middleborough, here at Pierce Park. It is Eric Dunday here in Middleborough. He was honored earlier at the beginning of the game with the ceremonial first pitch opportunity.
And I hope Joey caught that too. I hope Joey caught that too. Because if he didn't, we're going to have a problem in English, let me tell you.
He was able to have today named in his honor for all of his work here at Middleborough High School, for his passion with sports and the sports teams, especially with baseball. 4 years running now, he's been a part of Coach Lawrence and the squad for many different reasons, and this year he gets the honor as a graduating senior to commentate and do play-by-play, and it's my honor to be able to spend one of these days with him and share in this fantastic opportunity behind home plate to call a game. Batting right now is number 23, the center fielder, John Barr.
And that is a going to O'Brien. That's a base hit. It's Visual Field. So, Colin O'Brien, not that time. As now we got one man on already.
Back to the top of the order now, and it is Chris McHugh.
Just had to take my headphones off because I hurt my ears. As Nick looks over.
Throw back to first. Not in time.
I think Lawrence is starting to get the sense that they did that to Gavosh. I think Safani knows now that he can't allow any more mistakes like this.
Chris McHugh takes another pitch high for a ball.
That was heat. When you see dusting the glove like that, that's not just like 60s. That's like 70s, 80s. He's throwing hard.
Curveball looked like it was going to come in on McHugh. It broke in at the last moment, but not far enough. Another ball thrown by Sclafani.
And as the temperature drops, temperature is now 87 degrees. Winds coming out at 15 to 25 miles an hour, west-northeast. It's still very hot out here in the booth, but, man, very hot day here today.
Yeah, but lucky for us, the temperature's dropping now to something in the high 80s.
All right, but like we're still in the booth, so we can't get the wind at us, which sucks.
2 balls and 1 strike to McHugh.
Nick now knows that playtime's over. And that is going fair down the left field line. Beanie will field. It'll hold up at second and first now. That could have been first and third, but good job there. So the tying run is now on first, and
time is called as Coach Lawrence is coming out to talk to Sclafani, and this might be it for him Yes, it is.
And yes, it is. And your Middleborough Statesman's call to the bullpen is brought to you by Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Visit buytoyota.com to see new deals on the 2018 Toyota Camry. Visit your Toyota deals at buytoyota.com now for more details. Toyota, let's go places. So, and right now we got the new picture of Nick Ramos, so let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the MET Middleborough Statesman's Baseball Television Network. We'll be back in 10 seconds.
Nick was strong, but
This is Ramos coming in?
yep. But you know what? Once you got all that in there, that's that.
Eric Dunn and Ed Dunn here as we got a pitching change, and the call to the bullpen is brought to you by Verizon and the 4G LTE network. Verizon, everything matters.
It would appear that Sclafani's day came to an end because of total pitch count, as with a 3-0 lead. At that moment, I believe that was the last batter he was able to face based on the total pitches that are allowed at the high school level. Ramos comes in now in relief, possibly expected, possibly not. Right now his warm-ups are not yielding many strikes, so we're hopeful that he will get the control down and be ready to go as we put this together. Between innings, I was able to discover the mystery of Chris Penny. Chris Penny is playing left field, but he is not batting in the lineup as the pitcher, Mike McPeck, is batting in the batting order. Therefore, they have 10 players with a designated hitter.
Okay.
So they have to scratch one fielder from play to bat, and that player is Chris Penny. So there was no batting out of order. They just gave me the entire lineup and didn't tell me which one was a healthy scratch because you only bat 9 players in the lineup.
Well, I don't know what that young was. There's Lawrence now will go off the mound. Sachems are desperately trying to get out of trouble as the tying run is on first. And the leading one is now at the plate. And
Batter now is number 4, the
right?
shortstop, Sam Gray. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. The pitch is low for ball 1.
Okay, so I was right. That was great. Okay. Ramos, we don't know much about him. I think this is his first start. I haven't seen him play in the past couple of nights, so I'll get back to him in a second.
Second pitch apparently went in the same place as the first, but this time it's a called strike.
So that in regards to the pitch count, Jason Bean on the 9-3 win against Falmouth went 98 pitches in a complete game effort.
Throws over to third base. The play. He is out of third.
Yes, sir. And the Randolph coach does not like it at all.
That's how you make your relief appearance. You feel the line drive up the middle, grab it early, take the force at third, and leave the leading run now back at second base.
Wow, Nick Ramos making a statement right away, sending a message that says, in the words of John Cena, you want some, come get some, and they wanted some, and they didn't get enough of it.
So Gray reaches first on a fielder's choice. It's now first and second. Still, the tying run is at the plate, and that tying run is in the form of the pitcher, number 12, Mike McPeck.
And Nick Ramos already making a message. And that's a pop fly going towards third. Yanks is there with McCarthy behind his back, and that's out number 2. Bang, bang, right away. And where's McFoley? Bang, bang, 2 outs right away. But still, you played a 3, so they still need that third one. And right now, Rockland is still on the verge of wanting to tie or get closer. Slowly trimming the lead. Ramos calls time.
The second baseman, Gavin White, literally helmet and all, white, coming up to the plate. Thought we had a different batter here, but now we've got a different helmet on. That's a line shot way out of play.
Where the heck was that headed?
That went over the gazebo. Thankfully, I don't think there were any spectators sitting in that shady area.
All the way on that left side, all the way over the wall.
Pretty close to it.
So it looks like we got a batter that has some power.
And there's another one, but it's going the other way out of play, and that is where cars are parked.
Time to call safe light repair, safe light replace. In the words of Teddy Bruschi.
I think that one landed in the dirt. I didn't hear any smash on impact. Ramos has a lot of speed and velocity with his pitches. They're not really where they're supposed to be right now, and
yeah,
Rockland could take a strategy of making him throw the ball over the plate and get some base on balls, but they're trying to swing
Ramos
away.
looks very rattled, and that is a pop fly going over the booth. Yikes. Yeah, Dad. If we did hear windows crash, we'll be laughing until we can't laugh anymore. So, you know.
Well, I parked far enough away that no one's going to hit my car unless they brought a Major League Baseball player in here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't mind walking on a nice sunny day across the playground.
Right, as in something like Mookie Betts or something? I don't know. Ramos is ready. It was a ground ball towards Doyle, and very easy for him to get there. And the side has now been retired. We have played 5.5 in Middleborough. Rockland tried. They tried, Dad. They really did in regards to trying to trim the lead, but again to no avail as Lawrence makes a very quick call to the bullpen. Ramos easily sends a message and sends a statement.
The end of 5.5, it's still 3-0 Middleborough. I'm just watching the Rockland coach as he's staring down the umpire in the field because he did not like that play at third base. I didn't have a viewpoint strong enough to make a decision myself if he was out or safe, but It was very, very close, and in this case, the field umpire thought the ball got there first, so he is out. 3-0 Middleborough. We'll be back right after this on Middleborough TV, Middleborough Station's Baseball Television Network, home of the MIAA playoffs.
We'll be right back, folks.
Bottom of the sixth back here in Middleborough. Thank you for joining us once again on Eric Dunn Day. I'm Ed Dunn, Eric's dad, taking an opportunity to take a break from my regular duties to stop in to the booth and share a game with Eric. One of the greatest things about his accomplishments this year is that it's recognized through the entire school system, all the way from the principal all the way down to the ninth grader who recognizes who he is just because of his individuality at Middleborough High School. Today, Coach Lawrence and Mr. Perry honored Eric, representing the South Shore League, presenting him with a certificate for his ability to throw the ceremonial first pitch on what is now being deemed as Eric Dunn Day here at Middleborough High School Field. We've got a batter in the box. We're ready to get started. And that batter is Colin O'Brien. Ball one outside. Colin's at his third at bat right now. He started with a grounder and a strikeout. So he's looking to get a plus on the at-bat column right now. Let's see how he does. McPeck is still on the mound for Rockland. First two pitches have been a little bit too far to the side and low. He might be trying to put a little extra on it to try to get it in there, or this might be time to start looking at possibly a pitching change coming up. Third pitch is high, 3-0. O'Brien knows he's going to have the take sign on this one because he hasn't thrown a strike yet. Unless it's perfect, he's probably going to leave that bat right up over his shoulder. Certainly does, and takes strike one. McPeck comes in with a lot of pressure on him right now. He's down 3-0, hoping his offense can bail him out. They came real close last half inning, getting runners on. But smart defense by Middleborough stopped that from happening. Ball four to O'Brien. He's aboard on first base. Stepping up now, the left fielder, number 8, Jason Bean. Jason comes up for his third at bat. He's 1 for 1 with a ground out and a double, and scored on the LaPierre triple back in the fourth. McPeck checks the runner at first. He deals. High pitch for ball one. McHugh's got to be leery of O'Brien on first base because those pitches are not where they're supposed to be. He could get a good jump and a good lead. Play back to first. He is safe. Throw was not close enough to be marginal to be out, but close enough for the umpire to make a decision and call him safe. O'Brien with another lead. McPeck checks the runner over at first. He deals. Fly ball right out into center field. That is drifting past the center fielder. He cannot make the catch. The ball is on the ground. O'Brien takes second. He's got hands up in the air. We got stop signs all the way around, second and third. He runs through the stop sign as the ball comes into third base, and he scores against the wishes of the third base coach, who's looking at him like, you're lucky you're safe, because that would have been a really bad thing if you weren't. Bean takes second on the throw to third. It's a single and an advance to second. O'Brien comes all the way around from first. It's now 4-1 Middleborough. Heads up base running by O'Brien. He saw the ball was coming into a third base. Instead of them throwing it into the pitcher to hold up the runner, he took off thinking he could beat that relay home. He most certainly did, because there wasn't one, and he crossed the plate easily to give Middleborough a 4-1 lead. Up bat now is the DH, number 11, LaPierre. Ground ball foul to the third base coach, who shows his fielders what it means to one-hop a ball barehanded.
Sorry, I apologize in regards to that break. I kind of overheated a little bit, so the other intern, Mary, thank you for your service for in regards to the team. I had to cool down a little bit. And as time is called,
McPeck steps off the mound because he wanted to make sure that the runner on second, Bean, would be respectful of the base, but he's taking a lead right behind the umpire. Foul ball at home plate.
Harrison LaPierre lay it off. Very strong, very diligent. Reached on a fielder's choice on an error. Payoff to LaPierre. Here it is. Swinging. That's going way from behind.
That ball was high in the strike zone. That would have been a ball easily, but LaPierre was thinking, hey, I've been hitting him all night long. I'm going to take another swing at this. Just missed it.
Yeah. No windows? Come on, man. Where's the fun in all that? No windows? And let me add, folks, temperature's not getting warmer at all. It's still in the high 80s, but it's still very high, and the humidity's getting higher. The pitch.
LaPierre takes that one out to right field. Hughes makes the catch easily. Tagging and advancing to third is Bean.
Great job, my friend. Great job. That's good communication. Knowing that it's from right, he's not going to be able to make that. You're going to need to be like Ichiro Suzuki in order to make a play like that.
We could score that one as a sacrifice fly, but it's a fly out to the right fielder. It's just as good as a hit, although he's not on base. Another insurance run stands 90 feet away.
And here comes Sean McCarthy, who's, I believe he is 1 for 3, call strike. Inside, I think he's 1 for 3, right? He had a triple on the fielder's choice.
2 for 2.
Oh, 2 for 2. Oh, okay. So he reached triple on the air on the fielder's choice, then he got a single. He reached on the fielder's choice twice. And that's high outside. I don't know what the third baseman was doing. He was trying to check on Beanie, I guess. Make sure he's not at the back.
McCarthy reached in the first inning on a single, but was thrown out trying to steal second base to end the first inning.
McCarthy inside at the knees for a strike. That count? No, I think it's
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
That's as far inside as you can get and get a strike call.
Lawrence not happy.
Definitely not well received by the Middleborough sideline.
1-2 pitch.
Ground ball right off the pitcher. McPeck, he able to stop it, but is unable to field the ball to make a play to first base. So it is an infield hit for McCarthy.
Yeah.
And Bean still at third with 1 away.
You know what, Dad? Great job by Bean, because you know what? He didn't take the bait. That was bait because it came off of the McPeck's glove. It came off. Beanie had the chance to go, but he decided to be patient. Patience is a virtue in this game, so he stood still. Barry Hogan, who is now 0 for 3. Check, and he is safe.
McPeck is trying to get outs any way he can right now because he's not able to do it at the plate. He's trying to get it done in the field, hoping to catch a sleepy base runner. But they better watch out because Bean could go on a double steal if they try it.
Exactly. Out of desperation. The pitch, and here goes McCarthy. Fires to second. That is way off.
And no, that was a deliberate play. That was the double steal attempt, and Bean, smart base running, did not fall for it. That was basically defensive indifference by Rockland, but the idea was throw it right back to the pitcher as hard as you can, hoping that the third base runner would run. He didn't fall for it. This is Middleborough, folks. We're not going to fall for that.
Absolutely not. Great job by Bean. Patience going towards the Middleborough bench fouls. Count still now 1 and 2, but man, But I'm telling you, Bean has been on varsity ever since freshman year, so he's had good experience with that. Great job. Good IQ level.
Karen had a chance to make a play on that ball, and ironically, the third base coach was directly in his line of running, so he gave up on the ball instead of trying to run around him. But he's in the spot where he's supposed to be. He's legally where he belongs. There was no interference on that play.
Yep. The pitch, and that nails Hogan. No, it doesn't. Hogan barely just escaped out of the way. 1-2, my bad. Still 1-2. Hogan almost got drilled. Very dangerous area, I might add that. Wouldn't you agree with that? Dangerous. Dangerous area.
He was able to get out of the way quickly.
1-2 pitch. Outside corner for a ball 2. Hogan being patient. He knows that he needs faith right now to take it easy, not push anything.
Well, unfortunately, he's pushing right now because this could be his last batter.
Yeah.
Ball in the dirt.
Full count. So now it comes down. I think we got 2 outs, right?
We have a full count. We have 1 out.
1 out.
One in, 1 on third, and 1 on second.
McCarthy on second, Beanie on third. 3-2 pitch to Hogan.
Ground ball to the second baseman. He's going to take the force out at first. The runners hold. Smart base running again by Bean, not trying to be too daring on here to get the force to tag out at home. He waits for his opportunity.
Agreed. So we're Beanie on third, and McCarthy on second. Matt Doyle is up next. Doyle, the heavy hitter, the powerhouse first baseman from Middleborough. Second year for Bean. Second year for Doyle, for being the starter. He's making a lot of progress. And I believe Matt's gone 1 for 3, Dev, right?
We'll double check that in a minute. Right now we've got a fly ball deep to center field, way back toward the fence. And the center fielder, John Barr, chases it down in the shade, makes the catch to retire the side for Rockland.
Look at the face of Bean. That expression was like something you see in a horror movie. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, that had to be at least 350 feet. That thing carried to the other house's fence.
Well, I don't know how far back it is, but if that is 350, that ball went 349 and a half feet because he was just a step away from hitting that fence and was able to recoil, pull that ball in, and retire the side. A lot of defense.
That's why he
was necessary for McPeck. And he gets out of that inning, leaving 2 on base, but another run scores. So at the end of 6, it is Middleborough 4, Rockland 0. We'll be back on MET, the Middleborough Stations Baseball Television Network, home of your MIAA playoffs.
Over there, there's 15 minutes, okay? Sign. See that white sign on the fence? That's 383. There was a kid from Bridgewater. I don't know if you heard of him. Greg Tubbs. You see, in the middle of that yard back there, you got one in the middle of the yard. The kid from Whitney went off the school. That's some pretty good power.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the final inning of this incredible afternoon. Matt Doyle recently just hit a bomb, and that thing almost went out. Almost, but not quite. And the expression from the the Station's left fielder, Jason Bean, was just hilarious, and something you see at a horror movie. Just absolutely amazing on that.
Coming up to bat the top of the 7th is John Caron. With this being the final inning, perhaps, unless Rockland can put 4 runs up on the board, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Middleborough High School, the athletic department especially, and all the student body for the ability for Eric to have an enjoyable 4 years at Middleborough High School, most importantly, to be part of Middleborough High School sports in the form of any way possible that he has done throughout the years with the support and respect of the teammates here for Middleborough High School baseball. Caron steps in. The first pitch is a ball high and outside. Ramos is back on the mound. He's going to finish this one off unless he gets into some serious run trouble for Middleborough.
That is a fly ball. Gavush will get there. And that's 1 down in the 7th. And I also want to point out that thank you for the words. Yes, and MHS, thank you for your kindness to me. I really do appreciate that. Just know I'll be back for the postseason. Don't know when that date is, but just know that the next time But just know that I'll be on this mic at least one more time coming up in the next 2 weeks as the Sachems look for many games, many rounds to come. And I hear their first round opponents could be Norwell, Duxbury, or Randolph.
First baseman Aiden Glennon is up to bat, and he takes strike one.
Actually, not Randolph.
Rockland.
Actually, Brockton or Bridgewell Raynham. I apologize, guys. Thank you. Apologize. Thank you for catching me.
Ramos is trying to work quickly to just get this inning over with and get out of here with a win. Pitch is high once again. Curved, but not low enough to be a strike. We have a 1-2 count.
Hogan made it almost horrible throw to the mound. He's got to take it easy. Take it easy. You're almost done.
Swing and a miss. Glennon trying to get something started for Rockland. He went for high heat. Swing and a miss, and we are 1 out away
From the Sachems' 12th win on the season. And the Sachems, if they win today, will set an MIA record with 17 consecutive seasons with 12 wins.
First pitch taken by Jake Hughes is a swing and a miss for strike one. Ramos working really fast right now, but that pitch got way away from him. It is 1-1.
Nick Ramos, the hard-throwing 16-year-old sophomore. Throws hard. I didn't know that he had in him. Throws very hard. Throws fast. Not holding back. And that ground ball to O'Brien. O'Brien's got it. Throw over the Doyle. The Middleborough Sachems have done it today. And Nick Ramos does a little Father, Son, and Holy Spirit as a thank you, as the Sachems pull away with a 4-0 victory. The Sachems bullpen shuts out Rockland, and Nick Sofani started off. And now here's your 2-minute MIA postgame show. Your hosts, Eric and Ed, right now on the MET Middleborough Sachems Network. Dad. The Sachems once again proving why they are the best. I'm very happy you got to see for the first time your first Sachems game, and so to be honest with you, but before I close this out, what you think about how they did today in regards to their progress for the playoffs coming up?
Well, Middleborough, thankfully, it isn't my first game seeing them play. We've seen them play a few times when they made that run with Eddie Clark, but the most important thing right now is that Eddie Hart, excuse me. Most important that we'll just take that part out. Yeah. I've seen a lot of games, but especially that run by Eddie Hart. Yeah. It was a great series of games that we've got to watch. But this year especially, Middleborough has come into this game 11-3. They're now 12-3 for the 17th time with 12 wins. A successful season, a successful day. The teams come off the field now getting ready for the postseason, and they have to look ahead now to find out later who their opponents will be. And when they do face their first opponent, if they continue to perform the way they did today with strong defense, smart base running, and hustle on the base paths,
agreed,
it's going to take pitching to keep the other team off the field. And that pitching was done by Nick Sclafani today and Nick Ramos. Nick and Nick's pitching, done and done, commentating.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As the Sachems will now advance to 12-3 on the season, Rockland falls to 5-10. And I want to thank my dad, Ed Dunn, here for being here with me. A very great surprise planned by Mr. Perry, who will be retiring after 35 years of being the athletic director. Mr. Perry, on behalf of MHS and on behalf of the Dunns, thank you for your service to Middleborough Sachems Athletics. As your final score, your defending 3-time champion Middleborough Sachems 4 and the Rockland Bulldogs 0. So for Sean Sicilione, Adam Palatia, Cameraman Joey Driscoll, my incredible father Ed Dunn, and our entire and terrific MET crew, and for Coach Lawrence and his team, this is Eric Dunn saying so long from Pierce Playground. This has been the home of the 3-time MIAA Baseball State Champion Middleborough Sachems. You've been watching MET, home of the MIAA playoffs. Good night from Middleborough.